Okay. This is going to be a trip. The Warrior King begins with a dragon cavalry attacking a castle on the planet Warrior's World. Yes, the planet is called Warrior's World. Inside the castle is the Warrior King, voiced by Michael Dorn of Star Trek fame. It's incredibly appropriate since Warrior King is basically just Worf, if Worf was an extremely generic-looking blonde barbarian fantasy character.
It galls me, Ralph, to forsake my people.
Anyway, evil wizards are trying to steal his magic orb or something, so some good wizard tells him to take the orb and jump into this portal until the heat dies down.
Follow it, my liege. Find it wherever it lands in time and space. Your world awaits your return, O mighty Warrior King.
Now,
I know what you're thinking.
Brian, are you sure this is the Street Fighter cartoon? Because this doesn't seem like the Street Fighter cartoon. Yes, this is the Street Fighter cartoon. The Warrior King is the first episode in a pretty ambitious USA Network crossover event. The adventures of Warrior King and his magic orb span 4 episodes from 4 different series. Street Fighter opens this mini-saga, followed by Savage Dragon, and then Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, and then concludes with Wing Commander. So, there you go. If you were ever one of those gamers begging for, like, Street Fighter Mortal Kombat crossover, shut up. You already got it in 1996, and this is as good as it's gonna get. Which, sucks, because this seems like it's not gonna be really good. Conceptually, the idea of having a massive crossover between 4 wildly different IPs is awesome. You can have a lot of fun with that, but the thing that links them needs to be compelling, and oh my god, this could not be further from compelling. The focal point of this crossover, the Warrior King, has so little effort put into his design and character. I'm just gonna say it again. His name is Warrior King, and he's from the planet Warrior's World. And you can even make the argument that he isn't even really the focal point of this crossover, because he doesn't really appear in any significant capacity in the Mortal Kombat episode. Only the orb does. And the orb's just a MacGuffin, literally just a reason for the characters to do poorly animated fight sequences. Like, I don't know what's going on in the other cartoon series at the moment, but we just got finished with the MacGuffin plot in the Street Fighter cartoon with the Kali statue, so just... Anyways, the orb falls out of some portal on Earth in front of some farmers? Raking the sand? What the hell are they doing? The orb starts doing some magic, and the farmers, their first thought is to take the orb to the prince. And I just find that wild, because that'd be like me stumbling across some ancient alien technology and thinking I can just ring up the president and tell him what I found. I'm not sure that's how that works. Shadaloo catch wind of this via, I don't know, the internet? Sagat's on a computer, so maybe, probably, I guess? The name of the country this is taking place in is Cam4, which I'm assuming is meant to be like Kanpur, India? Maybe? I'm guessing. And in case you couldn't tell, there's a lot in this episode that is just left, like, vague to the point of incomprehensible. Like, I'm still stuck on the farmers raking the sand outside, and I'm just getting corner comboed like, bam, get the prince, bam, Shadaloo internet, bam, fictional country, but maybe not? Apparently the orb has the ability to control the weather, and Chun-Li's there in reporter mode to cover the story at a press conference when, uh-oh!
With Shadaloo's benevolent assistance, Comfort is now ready to assume its rightful position as a global power.
I guess Bison just, like, took over the country or something? He demonstrates the orb's power, and it mostly just left me feeling like, that's not how weather works. But it's magic, so whatever. Chun-Li checks in with Escher and just... oh boy. I feel like we haven't seen Escher in forever. The last time we even saw him was for Kimmy and the Bachelor. It's It's actually kind of sad how de-emphasized Escher is in Season 2, which has meant no more wildly complicated ways of summoning Guile.
Escher.
But yeah, Chun-Li seems to have forgotten all of her character development from The World's Strongest Woman, because she's back on the Bison revenge train, so Escher orders Guile to take Ken and Ryu to try and sort this situation out. Meanwhile, back in Camp 4, the Warrior King finally emerges from the portal, and those same farmers are still out there raking! What the hell are they doing out there? Early episode schmaz as the Warrior King and Chun-Li confront Bison at a party celebrating his acquisition of the country. Highlights include Sagat managing to grab the magic orb after it was knocked out of Bison's grasp, and I've never seen Sagat look so happy in his life. There's also a part where Chun-Li's complaining that she can't fight in her cocktail dress, and then immediately kicks Zangief so hard he goes flying 50 feet away. Just poor Geef. Jobbed out again. Shadaloo in possession of the orb proves too strong for our warrior duo, and they make a retreat to regroup. At night in an alleyway, Chun-Li and the Warrior King have a heart-to-heart as they exchange backstory, and they are clearly smitten with one another.
If not for the peril of my doomed world, I would stay with you forever.
Meanwhile, Guile's rescue attempt is it's going fantastically. His jet gets shot down, they can't break through the wall surrounding the city. Things are looking pretty dire, because while this has all been going on, the world has actually surrendered to Bison and Shadaloo after he launched a series of weather attacks on New York, Tokyo, and Mexico City. It ain't over though, because the next morning Chun-Li and Warrior King give it a second go and have a lot more success. It's definitely worth noting that Bison pulls some pretty amazing faces in this episode. They're incredibly over the top and hilarious, and I love them. The orb gets knocked into another portal, and although he doesn't want to leave Chun-Li behind, the Warrior King is duty and honor bound to that orb and leaps in after it as AN forces finally break through Camp 4's barriers and literally send Shadaloo running. The episode ends quickly and abruptly with Chun-Li botching her retort to Ken's general asshattery.
Maybe you, need a boyfriend.
I already have one. Hope to meet him someday.
But you already met him. I think you meant to say, I hope to meet him again someday. Either way, yeah, so that was a wild ride with this character. At the moment, I don't really have any plans to follow up on this plot, just moving on to the next episode of the Street Fighter cartoon, but yeah, maybe one day I'll revisit this. Oh, and before I forget, fuck Ken. Next time on Street Fighter. Are you sick of Blanca episodes yet? Well, are ya? Because we got a Blanca episode for ya. It's The Beast Within.
We await your return, warrior.